In wrestling, when you pin your opponent, the match is over and you are the winner. This season, the Wells High School wrestling team was looking to pin a rare genetic condition affecting one of their own. Casey McDonald has the story.
Spencer is a 3.5-year-old. He is the sweetest, most easygoing, lovable kid. He loves to laugh, he loves life. We love him. Do you want to play with the train? Good job.
With Spencer, it's kind of unique. You know, he was born, healthy child. He passed his newborn hearing test. And when he was about a year old, we started to think he couldn't hear very well. Call his name, and he wouldn't look up. So the question was, is he just focused on the toy he's playing with, or if he can't actually hear?
Spencer, come back, the ball. Come get the ball.
Spencer's hearing loss led to a diagnosis of Sanfilippo syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that affects only 1 in 70,000 people. It's referred to as a childhood disease, as most patients don't live to adulthood.
You never want to have to think about, possibly burying your child before you die, and found out about Spencer's diagnosis, and it was just hard to believe.
How do you tell a child that they might die? How do you explain you're sick and we're trying to do everything we can, but he might not live. He might not get married. He might not go to prom or drive a car. That's hard. That's the hardest part.
News of Spencer's diagnosis began to spread as his father's old high school wrestling coach soon found out.
There was an article in the local paper. It kind of told the whole story, and that was the first I'd heard of it. And I brought it to the kids and had them read it. When I gave it to them, I got a little emotional. It was probably the first time they'd seen me emotional.
Coach Luia and the wrestlers from Wells, Maine decided they wanted to do something.
He approached me at the beginning of the season here and said he wanted to do a fundraiser to benefit the Cure Sanfilippo Foundation, which our family is a part of.
So I thought of having kids getting sponsors for pins and wins, and raising money. I set a goal with the kids of around $2,500, and we're probably going to triple that, maybe more.
He motivated those kids, he inspired those kids and encouraged them, and they were all for it. And it's been incredible, their support.
He's part of our wrestling family, and we're always going to have his back, and I'm always going to have their backs, no matter what they do. We'll always be there as long as I'm part of this program.